Last time on Runelords. Once the heroes returned from apprehending the latest goblin, the party at the Rusty Dragon Inn resumed at full strength. With more fame that we earned throughout the day, we each received a free gift. I received a very generous and nice gift from Evan. And of course, Amiko decided giving us a chance for a free stay at the inn. I turned it down because I'd rather stay at the temple just in case Father needs me, but I'm going off script too much. The party seemed like it would end the night on a happy note until Ranjiku showed up to the party. Ranjiku Kaijitsu burst in demanding Amiko come with him at once. What did I miss when I left?
Luckily for Amiko, I was able to make Ranjiku reconsider and hold off on having Amiko leave immediately. But before he left, Ranjiku did fire Renrua for fumbling the festival speech. Even I couldn't really stop that. Then Amiko decided to push me out of the inn for poking too much into family issues before she went to her room for the night. I was just trying to help.
Early the following morning, I came across a locked inn and found out that Amiko left around midnight from a note written by Pseudo, her brother. Fearing that she was in immediate danger, I sprinted towards the Kaijitsu Glassworks, alerting Bella and Zerdan before charging in. Meanwhile, Renrua, Hecht, and Evan are realizing things are amiss, and split up to find clues and report this incident to the barracks. What will happen next is anyone's guess.
Alright, Uxio, you dash to the front shop. You peer inside and you can see this is essentially a shop. You can see various glassworks, bottles, and different pieces of art staring inside. When you look at the glassworks, you can tell that the furnace is roaring and that there is smoke coming out of the chimneys. The front shop is unoccupied and unmolested, so...
Interesting choice of words there.
I know.
Not typically something I think of for that.
Yeah, it's just a fun word I like to throw in once in a while.
First thing I feel like Uxio would do is look for anybody inside who might be hiding, if that makes sense. Like, he doesn't want to jump in and suddenly attack from behind.
Okay.
Because he may be in a rush, but he's still going to be that smart.
Are you pacing around the building, or are you just looking around the shop area? There are two entrances. There's a front business office, and then there's the main shop.
So what I'm more thinking is, like, looking through all the windows that I can easily look through at first, see if I can spot any corners where someone might be.
Okay, right now the only windows that are not drawn, like, shut with curtains is basically the shop. When you peer inside, it is still early morning, the sun is rising, and I think it is on the wrong side in terms of you getting a very clear... Yeah, you cannot take it... That's not true. Yeah, you can take advantage of the sunrise a little bit. Give me a perception check.
And I've already shifted to Falcon for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you look inside, and again, it looks entirely unoccupied, based on what you can see through the windows.
You can't probably see it in the stream, but I'm currently moving around this little bulb here to look through all the windows that I can from every angle that I can. Like, basically using the dynamic lighting to my advantage as much as I can.
Yeah, it's...
Oh!
Yeah, you head over to here. Oh, wait, you can look inside. Interesting.
Those are windows.
Those are windows, but the thing is, they should be drawn over. So I guess, yeah, you can see inside. That's interesting. Going over to this side, because of that redonkulous perception check, you can see that this building is climbable, and there is a skylight with like a glass ceiling that you could potentially climb to look down inside. This is the glass building side. You actually can't see because it's like 10 feet in the air, but if you climb up to look through it, you could. Well, more than 10 feet, more like, you know, like 15, 20 feet.
In that case, I'm going to shift from perception to climb via monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And boop. Is that good enough to climb up onto the building?
Weirdly enough, no. But
not enough footholds.
Yep, as you start to climb, you get about, let's say, 7 feet up, and then you fall straight on your ass. And as you got closer to the window, you could hear the high-pitched shrieks of laughter as glass is breaking, and a bunch of gibberish is coming through the other side.
Is it the kind of gibberish that I've heard Zerdan speak?
Yes, in fact, actually.
Ah, shit.
Goblins.
Ooh.
All right, in that case, heading back over to the entrance, because I'm assuming that a door hinge is going to be weaker than a wall.
I mean, depends. What kind of anime is this?
Regardless what kind of anime it is, I don't think I'm Hulk busting through walls level.
The kind of anime where your friends show up. You have gathered this information, and you've told them what you've learned.
Yeah, I've told them how I was able to hear goblins inside. And I know that it's goblins because I've heard Zerdan speak their language.
Well, shit. Alrighty then, so I guess we're breaching and entering then?
I would assume so. By chance, do you have the ability to actually pick a lock so we don't draw less attention?
I'll try to, but my kit's very old from my old days back in Corvosa, so one sec as he unfurls his satchel and it's these tools that are scorched and ashy a bit. Yeah, honestly, he hasn't really touched the thieves' tools. Well, I just went out and said thieves' tools. But yeah, he had to use it back in Corvosa for stuff at the academy for learning, and he can talk about that stuff later because reasons. Anyway, I'm gonna make the sleight of hand.
Knowledge local to see if this is surprising to you. Then.
All right, and then the sleight of hand. Not too bad, 18. But I'm tempted to burn an inspiration on this and roll a d6 since I still have 3 for today. So
that inspiration was well placed. The DC was 20. You encounter one of the lock gates has a faulty thing, and fortunately you manage to keep yourself calm. You figure out the gate and the door is open. Zerdan, you have entered the Glassworks display room. This room contains basically a shop where customers can browse the various glassware produced here. Bottles, window panes, and glasswork art are the primary contents, but that doesn't mean this is the only stuff in there. There are, in fact, 2 doors leading to 2 different parts of the building. Now, the other boys, you should be able to clip yourself in, I think.
Yeah, just gotta give some space here.
Zerdan got right on top of Bella.
Jesus. This is cramped.
Oh my. Look, I know the room is small, but don't walk on me.
I'm sorry. This is really cramped space. Jeez, how do people shop in here? Anyway.
You know what? I think that's even better because of the fact that I think Bella's the shortest member of the party.
She is, by far.
She is 100% a short firecracker.
Okay. Well, let's stay calm. And where did you hear the goblins at?
I believe through this door over here, which I will try to quietly open.
Since that leads into a back, you do a quick rattling of the door hinge. That one is also locked.
Jesus.
Bella will...
Can't be easy, can it?
I think Bella will not open this door, but test to see if this one is unlocked.
You test it, and weirdly enough, it's not. Or it's not locked, excuse me.
Do you want to try this way, or go in through the back?
We can go.
From what I heard, the goblins were smashing things up in the back. If we can maybe get stick around to the other side through there, it might be for the best.
Building. Bella, I'm going to put you in here just so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh.
You are in a hallway. There's a door leading here and a hallway leading... it's cramped, narrow corridors. It's not unpleasant to walk through. It's a typical office building. What is the plan of attack? Bella and Zerdan have just kind of started entering the office building. You can start checking rooms if you want. And because
we can check this door, then.
You open up. This is a storeroom for various artworks and other glass material. You can do a quick perception check if you would like. You just do a quick little glance inside. Honestly, nothing crazy. It's just some glass artworks. There's stained glass for the cathedral there. It was like a prototype that they didn't like, and so they did another pass. Like, that's probably the most valuable thing. Maybe worth a couple gold pieces.
But do we really want to be carrying it around in a dungeon?
No. Pretty, but not useful.
If possible, I would like to, where I put my mini, I would like to sneak while looking around the corner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, stealth. Just a quick stealth check. It will not be difficult. Yep, you're good. You stealth around the corner, and you notice 4 doors with a narrow hallway.
4? I see 3 on my screen.
Excuse me, you are correct. 3. There was a door that I thought was at a different position.
So yeah, I'm going to be here in the middle, so that I assume one of you guys is going to get that door, and that way, if anything comes out, the first one here.
All right, Bella will stand
that
here and keep an eye on the other 2.
Okay.
My thought process was along the lines of, if something comes out of that door, then we've got the doorway flanked.
Are you guys looking into each room, or just going into this one right here?
I figure we probably should look through each room, because, like, at the very least, open the door and look inside, not necessarily go into the room, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay. Zerdan, you can open up this room if you want. Give me a quick perception check. You look inside. This is a cleaning room, but the big piece of useful things you see, you find a flask of alchemist acid.
Holy shit.
It is definitely designed for cleaning like really tough shit, but with like 3 quick things, you can change it into a deadly weapon.
Alright, easy enough. Okay. This might be useful, especially if we somehow manage to deal with these goblins and end up having to clean up the blood in that.
I also described it as cleaning acid, and Zerdan, with his skills, can turn it into alchemist acid very quickly. Yeah.
So would that even require me
Because
to
Zerdan
check
is
with...
smart like that.
Zerdan is so clever, he could just do it.
Okay.
I'm just going to assume it's a class skill for you. Like, you could just do it.
Alright, so alchemist acid it is then. One second.
And then we got the second door over here.
Well, you step into A4, which is a quick storeroom. If you want, you could give me a perception check.
Ah, there I am. I'm actually not going to switch to Falcon. I'm prioritizing stealth right now, so...
Okay.
Since Bella's right next to it, can she see anything?
Yeah, you could peek in.
Better.
Much better.
It's a storeroom. There's tools, clothing for servants, firewood, other miscellaneous things, though. There is an axe in there, though, that just kind of does catch you. Like, you just kind of do a double take at the axe. It's like, ooh.
Now,
Wait.
that one, I'm going to question, why is there an axe in a Glassworks?
To cut wood to
Does-
feed the furnaces.
Yeah, that I could believe.
Bella will probably grab that axe.
Okay. You pick it up, and it is definitely a woodcarver's axe. It is very handy. It is quite good, in fact. In fact, you look at it, and it seems like the best money can buy. It's not much more than a hatchet, really, like in terms of tool use, but it does give you a +1 in your profession.
Okay, so that's a masterwork?
Masterwork, yep. It's a tool, not a weapon.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
there's
okay.
a big difference between weapon axes and tool axes.
Masterwork tool Pathfinder. I am fairly certain it just gives +1s. Oh, it
I
does.
believe it's 2.
It's 2. My mistake. No, it gives you a +2 to your profession.
Alright,
Alrighty
I
then.
will hang on to that.
Ranrua,
Mm-hmm.
you arrive down here,
Yes. Okay.
and you have a key into this office space over here.
Okay. Well, before actually going into that door, she would take a look through the nearest window to see if there's anyone.
This is a meeting room, and currently you do see an ominous scene as various office chairs are scattered and knocked over as if someone was scouring the room for something. And there's blood on the floor, and it looks like a smear of blood from someone dragging a body. For example, like that.
Okay. I need to take this slowly. So she will go over to the door and slowly open it.
You slip inside, And sleeping at the desk is a goblin wearing a top hat and what looks like a bloody vest. And on the table as well are scattered papers and a bottle of booze just like casually tipped over as it like spills onto the floor. Clearly this goblin got drunk last night and passed out at the desk cosplaying as a businessman.
Since this goblin is still unconscious, she will slither up to him and proceed to grab his throat.
With her tail, I assume?
No, this is something where she can actually do it with her hands.
Okay. Gently at first, you wrap your lengthy fingers around it, and then quickly squeeze as his eyes shoot to life, and you pick him up by the neck. He tries to scream out, but his little tiny goblin feet just kick uselessly against your arm.
Yep, and as she slowly gets that fang-bearing grin, just reveling in this easy kill.
Renrua, just roll your claw damage.
Well, he said to just roll damage, not the attack.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Did you do 11 or 4?
That's 4, but that's 11 if it was a crit. But
Oh, if it was a crit.
You're holding him up, and you're digging into his neck, and he's bleeding, and he is panicking, and he's trying to scratch at your arm. Again, nothing. You can roll again, my man.
More damage.
You hear a satisfying as he then falls over limp.
Just to really be certain of this, she's gonna twist and pop his egg clean off before putting
holy shit!
before putting each half of them back on the ground.
Dunzo, he is in 2 different pieces that you gingerly place on the ground.
I think in here, Runro's not going to be too concerned with any cabinets or closets, so she's going to go into the hallway.
Here's what I will let you do. Roll a knowledge local or history or whatever is the equivalent for you.
I believe it's history.
It is a 15.
You have a pretty good idea of the main offices. The actual glassmaking room, no interest to you.
Right.
But you do know your way around the building. This right here, this is A13. It is a small office for meeting with important customers. Right here, A14, this is a filing room where they basically handle some of their big business deals. And this is leading into a hallway.
Would any coin be kept in any of those rooms?
Well, perception check.
9.
9.
Uh,
As in no.
That's fair.
As in no. You think that the guy who handles some of the more important businesses might keep a fancy bottle of booze in his room, but it's probably in a safe, and it's probably password protected, and it's just like, you could, but why bother?
Okay. So I think she is going to follow the trail back into the room that she first noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
So she will head towards the left.
All right, Bella, you enter what is basically the mess hall, the cafeteria, the staff room where they used to, like, you could see cards and drinks scattered about the room, and the room is a wreck. When clearly the goblins came through here, they left nothing left unturned. Anything that was tasty or valuable has been looted. Meanwhile, broken bits of furniture are all over. But most ominously on the floor, there are drops of blood everywhere.
Oh boy, looks like we've got trouble for sure.
I assume that
One.
Zerdan and I both are in there as well.
Yep.
2, 3 doors that you immediately see.
Gonna take a quick look around the room, and that'll probably do it.
I'll help out with the perception here. 1 second.
And Uxio, Bella, and Zerdan, as you explore the mess hall, suddenly the door opens over here.
Uxio rushes the intruder.
Whoa!
You are greeted by a monstrous but very attractive lady.
Mm-hmm.
Blade ready to strike, and he's like, "Oh, Renrua."
And what are you doing here?
It's
a long story.
Short version. There was a letter in Amiko's room. She was told to be here at midnight. she wasn't back.
And yet you think she would still be here?
6 hours. It would be rather odd for her to just not go back to the tavern. At the very least, I want to find out what happened.
I would have expected her to be gone with LoadingCrew.
Why?
Why would she go along? She clearly didn't wanna.
Obviously not. But even you,
It just occurred to me.
you remember his tirade last night.
Seriously?
So
Since
yeah, Longiku showed up at the end last night, and he was very insistent on trying to get Amiko to go with her leaving right away. But luckily, I was there to make sure things didn't escalate, and actually made Longiku hesitate a bit. But now that I'm looking back on it, it's like should have been more forceful on the situation since
He was
Amiko-
absolutely
You mentioned what he
furious.
did.
You guys
Oh,
are talking over each other.
Runro would cut in at that. It's like, oh, he slapped her.
All stealth is off the table. Uxio is charging.
Oh,
Luxio,
You're trying to charge past her. She's in the doorway.
calm
and she-
down, calm
like-
down.
Yeah, she's just gonna look at you. It's just like you would proceed to charge further with your head up your ass. To think Amiko had known
I
you better
would.
than that.
Gut him like a fish.
Whoa, 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 hold up. We can worry about this after the fact the goblins are dealt with, because apparently they're here. Oh,
not only that, you hear like you hear the voices of two familiar people outside as Hecht is trying to wander around the building, but Evan's like just kind of chit-chatting. He's like, "Wow, hey, it's kind of weird that, the building is like so unoccupied." They're not looking inside. Hecht is walking and Evan's like looking at Hecht. But you can hear Evan's voice as that's happening.
oh, son of a... As I kind of like open the window, and it's like, guys.
Do windows at this time period work like that?
He
That's
could
up to Stuart, I guess.
bang on the window and get their attention that way.
You know what? It's a Glassworks. If any place windows worked like that, it'd be here.
Okay,
Fair point.
so I open up the window and then go, guys. As I'm poking my head up.
Oh, hey, Zerdan. That's
Yeah.
your name, right?
Guard, yes, that's my name, Evan, as I remember yours, and Het. So, if you would like to help in some guard business and possibly something that would help with more Angel of Sandpoint business, loop around to the front of the store there, because we got something to investigate here. It's
Oh dear, I thought I was gonna be able to get away from this angel business.
hold up, guys. I'm gonna make sure Hecht and them get through, okay?
As Evan and Hecht start meeting up with Zerdan out front, Bella, you and Renrua spend the time basically to catch Uxio up.
Runro is gonna look at Uxio. Oh, don't worry. I want him dead as well. Your heart is the same as mine.
Look, all due process when we get to him, okay? Because unless he's obviously doing something that is threatening someone's life right then and there, we try to take him in alive.
At what Zerdan said, Uxio is sneering, teeth grit, and the fangs that Dampier naturally have are more noticeable than usual.
Ooh.
I will see that he's fully prosecuted for whatever the heck he's done here, okay? But we can't go jumping the gun right now. Especially since Lord knows what the goblins are doing right now, and who's to say he's not dealing with them right now? Since goblins aren't exactly the most reliable workforce.
Evan like nudges Hecht and he's like, narc. Evan's like, no! Like, he's got like that horror shock look. I fucked it up.
Look, if Lonjiku's...
We're wasting time.
Alright then, let's advance through here, but with caution. So,
Runra is going to hold up the set of keys she has, and she says, "Follow me."
alrighty then, you lead.
And I assume that the rest of us, when we get into this room, realize the blood.
Oh yeah.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I had not anything to do with that.
Surely.
I like
To be fair, we noticed We noticed a trail of blood in the room we were just in, so...
Blood splatter, anyway.
So it was like blood splatter on the door, trail starts from the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll get to this door that Ronro will proceed to unlock slowly, assuming it is.
Most of the doors inside the building are unlocked, and yeah, that'll get you inside. This is a loading room. There is a wheelbarrow that sits against the wall here. There are shelves on the walls containing additional reagents to create different colored glass. Magnesium for clear glass, cobalt for blue, tin for white. Untreated glass is green, while high-quality reagents make certain black glasses. A safe on the floor hangs open as, like, it was recently opened with a set of keys, and inside are other various valuable reagents, and I'm just going to have Zerdan know this because of his background.
Okay.
You can use gold and silver to make certain types of colored glass that have been stolen.
So, quick question,
Oh.
Stuart. You mentioned this was a loading room.
Mhm.
Is there any sign of a crew here?
Okay, lose.
Could only be the 3 people that are already in the room.
All right, so... All right, and that puts you back down to level 1.
Dang it!
Yeah.
There are essentially 3 doors. One right there, one right here, and one right here. This one is pretty obviously leading outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
No point bothering with that one. And
So-
there's no sign of the blood trail in here?
Yes, I will actually draw that out. Thank you. There you go.
Jesus.
I'd assume that Ronro would just keep following the blood trail.
All right. You know, Renrua, that you are adjacent to the glass-making room. As you get closer, you can hear the roar of the furnace go. It is very loud. If you try to make listen checks in this room with perception, you suffer a -4.
While the others are investigating the blood trail in the room ahead, Evan, can you do something for me?
Oh yeah. What you need? A girl. He finger guns at you.
I don't want to do this, but I also think it might be necessary. If looking at how long this blood trail is, things might get a bit dangerous. Can you reach into my sack and pull out my helmet and put it on me?
Sure, anything you want. And he opens up your satchel. Shut up. And he quickly finds the helmet, and he pulls it out, and he says, all right, you just need this donned, right?
Yes, but if I somehow change in any way, please don't judge me.
I can't imagine anything weird like that happening. And as he just, he just puts the helmet on and just gives it that turn, and then it like interlocks as it normally does. Hecht, you put on the helmet, and at the moment you do not feel any rise in emotion.
Alright, Evan, let's join the others.
All right. He draws his sword and board and just kind of like follows you like a little puppy.
Oh my
As
god.
I also draw my scimitar and heavy shield.
Okay, I guess we're getting ready for whatever's coming our way. Shink as I freaking pull out my rapier.
Before we go into the Glassworks, she's going to look towards Bella and Hecht. I think the 2 of you should go in first.
You go ahead and shuffle yourself out around any way you want. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and save time? There's a nifty little initiative order right there, if you wouldn't mind. Now, how are you opening the door? You just tell me what you're doing.
Making sure that the door is unlocked, and then like kind of hanging back to the side with one arm pushing it open, because I'm assuming it's going to push, just to like look into the room.
You open the door, and inside is utter chaos.
Oh, right.
Oh shit.
You peek inside, and you can see the Glassworks pretty much at its fullest. I'm just going to let you see this as it is. You can see goblins loafing around, laughing, smashing glass, throwing things into the furnace, just having a grand old time. A very basic perception check sees a half-elf laying on a table over here. In front of him is a glass masterpiece, as it is vaguely man-shaped.
Oh.
And it looks like this half-elf is laying exhausted in front of it. And, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to give it, like, with this many people rolling perception checks, you're just going to see it. You can see Longiku encased in glass in front of the furnace, in front of God and everybody, as the display piece of the room. The half-elf is also being flanked by 2 tired-looking half-orcs, as the goblins run amok inside of the glass-making facility. I will also say there are also 8 other Masics inside this room in various forms of death, as some of them are dismembered, some of them are crucified, others are being tossed piece by piece into the furnace. This room is a macabrous scene of death and gore. So far, they haven't noticed you. The goblins are doing their own thing, and the sound of the furnace roaring has covered up the sound of any door opening.
How tall is this table?
It is a marble table for glassworking, and it is the size that would be used for an average man.
So, like, waist height, or a little higher.
Yeah, for the goblins, it'd be like shoulder height.
Ronro will say, "There's a lot of goblins. We will want to funnel them."
Uxio is not caring about stealth. He's not even planning right now. So he's charging this goblin.
You've won initiative.
Assuming
Yep.
I do have the straight shot forward charge.
You do?
It should have a +2 added to it since charge.
All right. You charge out like a madman.
Like a bat out of hell.
Yep. Your fangs bared and rage foaming. And actually, you caught him flat-footed, so you may have got
So
him.
he doesn't get anything.
He is flat-footed. His flat-footed is 13, which is exactly what you rolled. You slay the goblin immediately. The sound of the door opening did not alert the goblins. The sound of footsteps did not alert the goblins. The sudden shriek in terror as the guttural anger of Uxio slicing down with his machete does alert the goblins. As all
And I
of
would
the-
assume that this one saw him running through.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Heck, you're up. At the moment, you equally hear the influences of Sarenrae and Zon-Kuthon, and until that decision is made, you can't use any paladin powers, but you still have all your BAB bonus and shit. So,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I cannot run directly through a wall, so now what I'm going to
Well,
do
it's sticking there. Just not a second.
is I am going to move right here, and you said that this is a marble table.
Oh god.
I did say that, yes.
Flip it!
Awesome. I am going to flip it like you said and try to push the goblin.
Athletics, that'll do it.
It's gonna be interesting to see if I could do this in heavy armor.
You won't suffer a penalty.
I
So
won't.
toggle the armor
This is a
technology.
strength-based thing.
Since it's strength-based, yeah.
I think we were using climb for the athletics.
10!
You run in, or you, like, you dash in, like, you move in, whatever, and you try to flip the table, but it's made of marble, and it's really heavy. Instead, you just kind of push it to the side, and it knocks this goblin in the teeth, and he falls on his ass, clenching his mouth, going, "Ah!"
Awesome.
That'll work.
You know what? At the very least, it's not a case of it being bolted to the ground.
Correct.
Yeah. Boy, that would have been embarrassing if it was bolted to the ground.
Agreed.
Like, run in, and it's like, eh! Uh-oh. Alright, Ranrua, you're up.
Yeah. Ronro is simply going to hang back and cast mage armor on herself.
You are mage armored.
Yay. Yeah.
Ella will charge to here and attack the goblin next to her. Assuming I can do that with everyone in the way.
Oh.
Yes, you technically can move through party members, even in combat. It is flat-footed. That is a success. The goblin sees Uxio make a quick little sidestep as another berserker charges in, slices it, and it goes down in a bloody mess. Zerdan,
All
you're
right.
up.
Looking at the situation here, I guess I'll just move Zerdan up to where the prone goblin's at and proceed to stab the shit out of it. And he's prone, right? So
He is prone, so he's flat-footed. Yep, so that is a hit.
fantastic. 6 points of damage.
You dash in, stab it in the dick, and this goblin dies with the worst day he's ever had.
At least it's the end for him.
Evan, seeing as how the rest of you guys like, oh gosh, he charges forward and backs up Hecht with sword and board. Now,
Oh, God.
brand new,
All the goblins.
all the goblins now seeing everyone charge in like madmen. They start shrieking at each other in Goblin as they grab what they can find and start scrambling. This goblin, back here, charges forward. He leaps from this table to this table and then runs down and throws glass on the floor, which shatters and acts like caltrops. This goblin runs up and he's got in his hands a pair of tongs that are also on fire and fresh molten glass, and he yeets it and it just makes this particular piece flaming molten glass.
Oh, son of a...
Flaming
At least it's stone,
caltrops.
right?
Yeah. It is now Uxio's turn.
I'm not sure how Bull Rush and other things similar move, but I want to try and push this goblin into the furnace.
Alright.
Let's see some CMB.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
20.
Alright, yeah, okay. I was gonna be like, yeah, that's like really hard to do because the glass furnace is designed for like smaller things. But no, you just straight up go up and then just smack it as he just lands in the furnace and takes 66 damage.
Oh,
I
jeez,
think that's
that,
a bit overkill. That of
the,
you.
the half-orc, however, that was right here, was like, holy shit, dude. Hey, boss! As he shouts to the half-elf who wakes up. Oh! What? You got
And
company.
the best part is that goblin was next on the initiative.
Was it? Oh my god, it was. You sucker.
Okay then, so that would mean Ranru is next?
It
Yes.
would. However, you have woken up the half-elf on the desk. He shoots up, and he looks like he's wearing off a hangover, but you can see, as I described, in his hand, like next to him, is a bottle and a bow, and he reaches over and grabs the bottle and throws it at Uxio as hard as he can. You get pinged on the head, and it, like, leaves a welt that you don't feel.
What the hell, man?
But it does put my attention on him.
Sure. Now it's actually Hex's turn.
I thought I was before Hector. Was I wrong?
We both have the same initiative, so
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna go
both got
back and forth
19.
sometimes.
Technically, Hex has a higher dex, though.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So it is Hex's turn.
Okay.
Hector is going to move forward. She's not going to rush anything. Rushing can cause more issues. How fast is this spell? I forget. Ah, it does take only a standard action. I'm going to do Detect Magic.
You can
problem
detect
is that-
magic?
Yes.
The racial stuff, I think.
Yep.
It's part of my racial stuff.
Oh, okay.
Do I see anything that's magical in this room at the moment that I need to be worrying about?
The half-elf has magic weapons.
That half-elf has something magical on him. Be careful.
So this is a shout. Got it. Possibly the half-orcs, too. You sense faint magic on them, but you're not certain what that is. Ranrua.
Ranra is going to move into the room. As she's moving past Evan, she's going to say to him, "Be certain I leave unscathed." And then proceed a little bit further, because that's as far as she gets to go. You said that was an orc?
That is a half-orc.
Half-orc.
Yeah.
A half-orc. Okay. Well, I'm going to throw an acid splash at the half-orc with an 18 to hit,
For touch.
18 does meet his touch AC, definitely.
which it only dealt 1 damage.
You hit him with acid in the shoulder that he quickly pats out, and then he picks up a big, honkin' axe and looks in your direction and says, "Okay, well, this is what you're paying us for." This goblin dances forward, and he's eating this at Uxio.
Whoa.
10 to touch AC.
My touch AC? is 13.
All right, that is a no. He yeets a thing of glass, and you just quickly knock it to the side. Give me a D12.
12.
You parry it with your machete, and it drops immediately in front of you and shatters. This area is treated as if caltrops are on the floor.
This is starting to get annoying.
Now, this goblin,
Or
Half-orc.
Half-orc.
sorry, you're right, half-orc, he's definitely a half-orc, just steps forward, also lumbering a gigantic weapon, just casually walks through, and he bumps the LoadingCrew statue, like for a second, which tilts. He grabs, sits back up, takes another step, and swings at Uxio.
You mean he didn't use up his action keeping the LoadingCrew statue from shattering?
He has to use a swift action.
Fair enough.
And he swings down with a oversized mace
ooh,
that he seems proficient in. He's really good at it. And he's going to swing with a power attack.
holy shit!
Come on, miss, 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 miss.
Okay.
He definitely misses. He literally got half my AC.
He definitely misses. He spits on the ground in front of you and just smirks. There's stupid intruders in this base. Going to get smashed.
Bell is going to step up to the axe-wielding orc, and I'm going to kick my blood rage on, because these guys seem like they're much more powerful.
Such a goofy sound for our blood rage.
Alright, Bella's gonna take a swing at this big fella.
Oh my god. Bella's so strong. How does she get plus 10?
Because I'm raging.
Right, okay, yep. He shoulders his big axe, but it's absolutely irrelevant as you just bisect him. His two body pieces, what's remaining of his armor, and his butcher's axe fall to the floor. Finally, another goblin, who will actually... I'm just gonna roll something. He seemingly disappears.
Anyway, seeing as how I am kind of in the back here, I guess I'm going to move up to the 20 here, and at that point I'm going to actually take an action on this guy to demoralize him, essentially going, Sandpoint guard! We got the situation under control. Reinforcements will be here by the minute. I'll proceed to roll an intimidate on that.
Okay.
Alright, I guess that's it for my turn then, since...
It'd be like that sometimes. Evan just kind of skips on past, and it tries to be useful, but there he goes.
It's hard to be useful when the more mobile members into the combat.
Yep. Top of the round, this goblin will take like another bits of glass and attempt to yeet it at the party. He rolls a 12 against Bella's touch AC, which I suspect is very bad.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 5, technically piercing and bludgeoning damage as the glass hits you on the side of the head and explodes. The area at your feet is now caltrops. The half-elf over here, who now that Zerdan is close enough to, does recognize as Pseudo, stands up, realizes what's going on, draws his bow, quickly knocks 2, and fires twice.
What the hell?
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's got flurry of blows.
And where is he shooting?
He is shooting at, I think the most dangerous person in the room is Bella, who he just watched tore his half-orc in half.
Oh god.
16 and a 20.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Okay. You take 7 piercing to the shoulder, and then 4 piercing right to the hip.
Arr!
He then makes a quick acrobatic leap and starts kind of like dancing along the walls a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of parkouring to a more advantageous location. I'm going to roll his acrobatics, which is not going to be great.
Because he's drunk.
He is hung over. There's a difference.
I wouldn't know, Stuart.
Same.
He basically parkours the out of the windows and leaps over here behind this goblin. This goblin over here looks up, smiles, and then also disappears around the corner.
I don't like that.
Uxio, you're up.
Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is swift action, shift from bull to snake. I'm going to jump over the caltrops. I will get
That is going to require...
all the way to here with a double action to get right next to him.
Oh, you're taking a straight-up double action.
Yep.
Here's the thing. If you're making a double
Acrobatics.
move, I need acrobatics, or you're eating an attack of opportunity.
That's part of why I switched to snake, just in case the acrobatics went bad.
Ah, well then... He still gets his attack of opportunity on you.
Fair enough.
I figured.
At least he's not glassed by caltrops.
But thankfully, I have AC of
Now
20.
on! Yeah.
There we go. He did not expect that.
Alright, you leap over the glass. Here's what I'm going to do to even that out. Because your acrobatics was Garbo, you're going to have to walk through the caltrops.
Alright. I will take the 1 or 2 penalty, whatever it is.
Alright, so touch attack. 14 touch.
That makes my AC.
Okay.
This doesn't count as an attack of opportunity, right?
No, you're running through the caltrops. You take 3 damage.
Alright, just want to double check.
Yeah.
So that means I'm over here right next to him. And
Yeah.
because I can't swift action again, I get a +2 to attacks of opportunity if he tries to move.
Oh, right. This guy would get one, wouldn't he?
True.
One moment. When you reach here... 9 against touch?
That does not make it. My touch AC is 13. And technically 15, since this would be an attack of opportunity and +2 dodge bonus.
Alright then, you move into a really scary spot for him. Hecht, you're up.
Hector is going to move herself forward to confront the other big orc. Well, half orc. And I'm going to choose my words depending on how this roll goes. 16 to hit.
Technically, no.
Okay.
You slash at the half-orc and he stops it with his oversized mace. He then flips it around with some effort and holds it in both hands.
This is going to be a bit more difficult than I initially examined. As I am still having concentration on detect magic, so what more do I see?
On Pseudo, Pseudo is holding a magic bow. And
Okay.
he's got some magic jewelry on.
Pseudo has a magical bow and some kind of magical jewelry. Watch out.
Roger that.
Ranrua, you're up.
We'll just make it pretty simple. Get up here, especially behind all the frontliners, and might as well just throw another acid splash at the half-orc that is still alive. 13.
13 beats touch. Sure do.
All right.
I am 98% certain.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely
is it-
does. Yeah, you absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that is 3 acid damage.
You splash it right on his chest, which causes him to temporarily let go of his mace with one hand, and he just kind of pats it out like.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about my my bloodline powers, which provides +1 acid damage per die, so that's actually 4.
You might want to adjust that.
Yeah, I should.
He takes that and does not appreciate it. Goblin with the hot tongs. Since Pseudo is standing on the only other place, he's going to have to leap down from his place of advantage. And he's going to try to hit you with the hot tongs and a dog slicer.
Unless it's touch AC, 18 to hit.
This is against regular AC. I rolled a 5. Hot tongs, touch AC. 12.
13 for touch AC.
He swings twice at you and misses both times.
Honestly, I kind of imagine Uxio just parrying both with his arm moving strangely, because I figure Snake is double-jointed bullshit.
I like that idea. That's a cool idea. This guy, seeing as how there's just a group of people just standing right next to him, enters an orcish rage, takes a mighty step.
Into the cal.
He will take it. He'll take it. He gains some hit points from rage.
Ah, shit.
I'm going to roll against Caltrops. He'll take it. And he swings with a power attack against Hecht.
Oh, shoot.
God
Oh, yay!
Alright. Well, we all forget that I am rolling!
as I just block it with my heavy steel shield.
It hits like a truck, though, and the sheer force of it bumps you into Bella.
Table?
Bella.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Bella.
He attempted the power attack cleave. That was his big move. Speaking of which, Bella, seeing as how this guy nearly walked your friend, what you doing?
Let me show you how it's done, skinny.
Yeah.
It's the skinny comment that I think hurts the most.
Lifting your axe, you do a quick little spin and slice at him diagonal, which cleaves right into his neck and shoulder and digs on down to his lungs. He is dead. Very dead.
Bella is pretty hurt, though, so I think she's going to move back just a little for a bit.
Hecht, this is going to be a flat-footed touch attack, unless you can make a perception check.
Interesting. Well, alright, let's find out. Perception 10.
Definitely not. Now, flat-footed, this is technically -2 because this is an improvised attack. 13 against basically 10. Yeah. All of a sudden, a glass pane falls from the sky onto Hecht.
Whoa! They're on the roof!
As the goblin on top of the furnace laughs as a hot piece of glass falls onto Hecht and shatters in a 9-foot square.
Oh.
This is going to be hot. This is hot glass, by the way, so it will shatter like this. Hecht, you take 2d4 bludgeoning. You take 8 bludgeoning and 4 fire damage.
Even with him missing?
He straight up hits you.
No!
You are flat-footed and touch.
My flat-footed armor class is 15.
Flat-footed and touch.
Oh, and touch. Oh.
It's like hot glass.
My bad.
Yeah. As the goblin is just so goddamn proud of himself, is just cackling up on top of the furnace. Zerdan, you're
ouch. So right through here, that doesn't have.
That has
that has glass now.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to attempt an acrobatic maneuver to jump through over the glass and try to get into flanking to take care of that goblin.
All right, you can roll acrobatics. That is absolutely a thing you can do.
Since Evan's right there and his turn is next after Zerdan's, could he help?
Yeah, he'll give you a +2. If he helps you, technically that's his turn. I'll just make that his move action. Yeah, you're fine.
Evan holding up the shield and Zerdan leaping off the shield.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And then in comes Zerdan with a rapier swing.
18 hits. Holding Tong and Dog Slicer, he is so occupied with Uxio that he doesn't see you come up from behind, pierce him from the back of the skull, and remove his eyeball.
It's probably a good thing
You're
we
getting
got
surrounded here. You might want to surrender at this point.
You hear a burp and then a spit as Pseudo rejects that. Evan, he'll just leap across again. I'll give him a reflex save. He makes it.
Holy shit.
He leaps across. And yeah, Zerdan's there. I just realized. Hey, buddy. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Shit. I don't think he has enough movement. If anything, he actually would probably stop there.
Yeah, well, probably right there.
It would make sense.
Yep.
Unless he feels like knocking over Longiku.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think he would. This goblin will strike at Uxio, and he gets a +1 for being on the high ground. All right, Uxio. God. Okay. He swings with a dog slicer. Miss. He swings with both weapons and misses. Pseudo, however, looks at Uxio right in front of him, and give me a fortitude save.
Ooh. What?
I'm absolutely serious. He kicks you in the face, and you lean back, and your body shudders for a second, but you shrug it off. He attempted to stunning fist you. Seeing as how that did nothing, he will then make an acrobatics to leap on top of the furnace.
He dives into the furnace?
He hops
He
on top
hopped
of
on
the
top
furnace.
of it.
And his acrobatics is so good.
Does Uxio get an attack of opportunity since he left the area?
Not with the acrobatics check.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
You hear another goblin cackle as he drops molten glass on top of the Longiku statue.
Oh no!
So he's coating the molten glass statue with more molten glass.
I don't even need to make an attack roll. This is just a big grenade weapon. 10 damage to everyone in this area. Give me a reflex save. In total, this grenade attack, because it hits the Longiku statue, will do 15 damage to the area, provided you don't beat the reflex save. The DC is going to be 14. Zerdan, you take half damage.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Evan goes down in a shower of glass and fire. He is dying at -2.
Okay.
Hacked! Do your good action for the day and save him!
That's a good idea. The goblins are cackling. Uxio, you're up, buddy.
I kind of want to grab the goblin and throw it at Snow.
That's going to be super hard. If you want to attempt that, that is a grapple check untrained, buddy.
Yeah, there are no aspects that give bonuses to grapple aside from general strength bonus from Bull. So switching over to Bull. And what's his maneuver defense?
Ooh, it's 12.
I grappled the
so
goblin.
He's grappled at least.
Yeah, you've got him grappled. He is like,
I assume I'm moving at half speed anyways, but this is still close enough. You just shove him into the furnace.
That is an entirely different thing.
So
You've got him right in front of the furnace. It's like, no, bad touch, bad touch. But he's shouting it in Goblin, so like Uxio doesn't really know.
Oh, I hear him all right.
He just sees the face of vampiric death glaring at him.
Heck, you're up.
Okay, let's see. What all do I want to do? I know what I should do.
Break the furnace.
What? No!
God, no.
That would mean we all get put in lava.
I am not even certain, even if she nat 20'd, she could break the furnace like that.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
furnaces tend to be
No.
pretty freaking sturdy.
Yeah. It
Even
would-
Bella would have a hard time with that.
I'm pretty, yeah, at least not in the really flashy cinematic way that I know you want to.
Hecht is going to move over here. I know that I'm stepping on caltrops.
Okay.
Broken glass.
Caltrops and fire.
We'll have you roll a reflex save instead. I hate this roll and attack roll for a caltrop. That's so stupid.
16.
You made it. You made it.
Okay. And she is going to start praying. Serenway, please bless me with your light. Let me heal my allies to bring us forth to victory in this fight.
Did you mean to make that rhyme?
She did.
No, not really. It just worked.
It just worked. Yeah.
Fair
she
enough.
did. You are aligned lawful good for today, and you are graced with the light of Sarenrae. Now, you would like to use lay on hands?
Yes, I now have 4 uses of lay on hands that I can use.
I feel
I
lay on
heal for-
hands changes.
I
everything.
heal for 4.
Oh. You not only stabilize Evan, but you also bring him back. He gasped. What? What? And then he looks up and he's like, oh my God, the angel and her healing light.
Focus, Evan.
I like that. Focus. Yes, ma'am. He salutes with his shield and bonks himself in the head. He's, oh,
And knocks himself unconscious.
Ranrua, you're up. You see,
Okay.
there are still 3 goblins remaining and Pseudo.
I think the best course of action is get up on this table and an acid splash at that goblin.
So 13.
13 touch. 13 beats his touch at 5 acid damage. Damn.
4. She made the
4.
adjustment.
No, I corrected the fire for
Gotcha.
the damage. So I cap at 4 damage for acid splash.
You and then yeet a small ball of acid, which hits this goblin right on the back, which he freaks out. And let's see if this causes him to panic.
I mean, the fact that Goblin Bane was the one who attacked him doesn't cause him to panic.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. And because Goblin Bane did it specifically, he freaks out. He's like, Goblin Bane! As he tries to retreat and lands in the furnace.
Oh no.
Yes!
If you would like Goblin Bane, you can roll 66 fire damage to see if this kills him. Okay,
22.
The furnace goes.
It probably smells awful in here with the 2 goblins having burned.
So bad, yeah.
Mhm.
He is at negative 20 hit points.
Super dead.
He's very dead.
How high up is the top of this furnace?
It's about 20 feet in the air. It's actually really tough now that they're on top of the furnace.
So, Stuart, is there a decent-sized crate or something nearby? Probably full of other glass things.
There's a marble table next to you.
There is a marble table with tools.
I'm looking for something to chuck at these guys.
There are tools. You can absolutely toss that with just a -2 instead of the normal -4.
I guess then I will pick up something to chuck at the goblin and Pseudo.
You yeet a wrench that you found on the bench, and the goblin just ducks and it just flies overhead. It does not hit Pseudo. Unfortunately, it did not work. Zerdan, what would you do? You are standing in molten glass at the moment.
Well, obviously I want to get out of that, for starters. I could probably get up on this table here in one move action, right?
I will say that there is no glass on the table. Like, I've drawn glass on the table, but it's not on the table.
I guess I could easily just step up, and then I guess I'll try to make this acid flask count on the goblin.
Definite hit. Very good.
So rolling the d6.
Since I'm treating it like alchemist acid, I will give your intelligence mod into it.
Nice.
Well done. Exactly enough to kill him. You chuck a flask of acid and it hits him right in the face for 6 whole damage.
And he falls into the fire.
I don't suppose there'll be splash damage to Pseudo, would there?
Technically, yes. He takes half of that. He takes 3 acid damage from the splash.
You're running out of space to run, Pseudo.
I like that. That's real good. Evan stands up, and he would scuttle back over here and stand up, and he will... You know what? He'll scrounge about for something useful. Since this is where Pseudo was sleeping, make a search check on him, or a perception, whatever. He just starts grabbing stuff off the shelves and just, like, throwing them down, trying to find anything useful.
Evan, stop moving. Keep your defense up. You're gonna reopen your wounds.
It's like, I'm trying to get behind here. They can't hit me from behind here. It's just like a flask of, like, glass, like, above him. See?
And the one goblin remaining is the one that Uxio is trying to
shove into the fire. He's gonna take his tongs and just shove it right in your face, man. He's trying to get off. 13 against touch AC.
Which literally just hits.
Okay. You take 1 fire damage and drop him.
I was hoping it'd be like he doesn't even flinch because he's just so wrath-focused.
I'm running out of guys, man.
Fair enough.
16 and 8.
Neither one hits my main AC, which is 18.
All right. Yeah, he fires downwards with 2 arrows. Your life flashed before your eyes before you catch one and the other one, like your cheek, and just draws like a little bit of blood.
At this point, because the goblin is out of my grasp, my eyes are on him again. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna risk a attack of opportunity with this, and I'm summoning up a fire beetle right next to Suno.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, shit.
And for the sake of flavor, I'm honestly imagining that instead of an actual verbal signal, he traces the motions in the air with his hand and then brings his fingers up to his lips and does the whole finger whistle thing.
Okay, yeah. Appearing as if from the furnace itself, a fire beetle emerges. And yes, you will eat an attack of opportunity from that.
I figured.
Nope.
Or I won't.
Yeah. I mean, you'll eat the attack of opportunity, it just won't hit you. Does the beetle get to attack the round it's summoned? Because in the video game, they don't.
It attacks immediately on your turn.
Okay, it's his move. Beetles goes.
By its angle.
So I just noticed the fire beetle has fly.
So he could be flying behind Pseudo.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but that's kind of cool.
You can have him do that, but you still don't get the flank bonus because Pseudo's on a different level.
Yeah. Alright. So the attack is a +1 hit.
That does not beat his AC.
I would assume not. But it probably got his attention.
He is definitely caught off guard. Hecht, you're up.
For the last time, Evan, stop moving around.
He nods.
As I heal him for 5 more.
He stands up after you heal him behind the counter, puts his shield in front of him, and he's got essentially half cover.
And I also move behind to make myself half cover.
It's like, this is, we gotta stop meeting like this. He laughs. Yeah, actually, no, he doesn't. That's silly.
Mean he hasn't been silly so far?
That's true.
The Shields of Sandpoint.
Aw.
Hiding behind the desk.
There's nothing we could do. We both have melee stuff.
That's true. You guys need range shit.
Okay. So, I take it Runro could easily get to the top of the furnace?
That's an interesting word to use. Easily.
Well, she is big.
You can use climb.
We'll see if she successfully climbs to the top of the furnace. 11.
The book does not give an exact DC, but I was imagining 15.
Okay. It's not a big deal if I can make it up there or not. I just figured it'd be an easier point to try to attack Pseudo.
Not a bad idea. You do make it to the adjacent part of the furnace. It is hot. The fact that these guys were on this and it didn't like hurt them is kind of amazing. Feels pretty good to you though, because you're a, you know.
Oh yes.
Unfortunately, due to this angle now and the fact that you're kind of like hugging, yeah.
Look in the wall.
It is actually harder to hit him now because of like how physics works.
Okay. I don't really have anything else if it's going to be a lot harder to hit him from here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I will end my turn there.
Alright, Bella's just gonna... She really doesn't have anything else she can do unless there's something that would constitute a splash weapon.
Keep
Not-
checking items.
Yeah, not really, unfortunately.
Random bullshit, go!
Yeah, basically, Bella's gonna keep chucking whatever and maybe she'll get lucky. Yeet!
Unfortunately, no. His straight up AC is 17. I'll let you guys know. Zerdan.
Stuart, you sure you want to keep doing this? We got more numbers than you, and you are running out of goblins.
He laughs. Actually, I'm trying to think. I gotta give him a silly voice. You think that I fear you? Even if you strike me down, she will resurrect me and slay all of you and this worthless town.
Ooh!
She.
Wouldn't you like to know, boy? As
Alright. At that point, I'm just gonna stop him with a freaking dagger.
20, 20, 20, 20.
Come on!
Yes!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! I mean, the damage is kind of piddly, but...
Yeah, you literally got minimum damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, your crit confirm was Garbo. Oh shit, he's a monk. Hold up.
Oh god, he's a monk!
He's a monk. Oh god, what is
Deflect
this?
missiles!
Uh-oh.
All right, you must have at least one hand free, holding nothing. He's got his bow. He's got his bow. Exclusively the bow. He does have a rapier. In fact, actually, Uxio, give me a perception check. It's a nice rapier too. You've seen it before.
He has Amiko's rapier.
Oh yeah, it's a nice rapier. You throw the knife and it hits him between cheek and hip. It hurts, but it ain't stopping him. Evan, not wanting to feel useless, will yeet his short sword.
You know, what we should have done was also given him some, like, throwing axes.
Yeah, he eats
It would have made sense for a lumberjack.
It hits the furnace and clanks on the floor. He just kind of shrugs. He's like, I tried. Evan will go over and collect it next turn. Is it still... Oh, it's still garbage can goblin. Okay. He's going to swing with a dog slicer. Interesting. He drops his weapons and runs.
He rolled on that one, didn't he?
He sure did.
And is he taking the time to actually withdraw, or...
Nope, he's running.
So, attack of opportunity from Uxio.
Yep.
As you were saying, I was already rolled.
Yep. He runs and you slash at his back, which bursts open like a water balloon, and he falls and dies.
And I imagine that Uxio is just eyes locked on Suno right now.
Yeah, as he slices, he does that. Pseudo, I'll recognize this, do you? He acrobatics away.
Question is, where will he land, considering...
He dashes away over here. You can actually attempt an attack of opportunity. I didn't roll that good.
I will attempt the attack of opportunity with the beetle.
Go, Beetle, go!
Yep. That's a damage. Roll to damage.
3.
3 damage. He takes another bite to the ass as he's like, damned creature. He fires an arrow. This will slay the creature. Pseudo is dancing atop of, like, not like, haha, like doing a jig, but he is dancing across this thing. And God, he still looks healthy as can be.
It is my turn, and I know the first thing I'm going to do. Uxio's legs seem to swell as he shifts to frog, which under normal circumstances would give swim, but we combined swim with climb, so I'm assuming it's just the acrobatics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does say acrobatics checks for
Acrobatics
jump.
to jump.
Acrobatics. Yeah. No. You
Yep,
with a jump.
and I'm gonna jump.
Oof.
You guys
How
mind?
many-
You
how
jump into the
many-
lava!
How many nat ones have you rolled this combat?
I don't know.
Lucio is in a blind rage.
Yeah. Oh, come
Slightly
on.
better.
You leap up.
At least it's not a nat 1. It's more like a like jumping in place.
For the sake of not being a complete waste, I'm gonna say that he jumps up and then jumps off of the furnace to land over here.
Yeah, because it's kind of upsetting to see the guy who should be getting the moment just get like flop around.
Yeah.
Like just animating it. Yeah, all you succeed to do is like leap over here. You are drawing his attention. The fact that you seem most personally invested in this. Heck, you're up.
And we are moving, like, keep the cover as he picks up the wooden bench to keep cover.
So Hecht and Evan are just moving in unity using the bench as cover.
Yes.
God damn.
All right, you guys make it over here.
I was gonna say, of course, we don't go through the molten glass and go against the wall.
Oh, you know what? That's better. You're right. Okay. The problem is, yeah, this is a marble table, and you've got another table. there.
No.
No, this one. We
They were
were
picking
moving
up
the bench.
this one.
No.
I'm aware, but okay, when you
Okay.
reach here, how do you expect to get the table in there?
Right.
We lifted up the wooden table, the wooden bench thing that we were behind.
The table that's wooden, the wooden table, Cusco's table.
Exactly.
Table that is made of wood.
I am basically giving Evan half cover so that he can throw things.
Here's your table.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Ranrua, you're up.
Okay. Ronro would assume that Pseudo's just getting too far away to try to chase him, so she's gonna head the other way and go towards the basement as far as she can get.
Okay.
And on her way, she's basically gonna say to Bella, "It seems you have things covered up here. I'm going downstairs."
Actually, Bella will probably be like, "Screw that! If you're cutting him off, I'm going with you. I can't do shit anymore."
Ranrua, will you accept Bella's
Yeah.
company?
That's fine. In fact, a more heavily armored body is preferable to have.
Bella's gonna have to drop her blood rage at this point.
Yeah.
How much HP do you drop down to?
7.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
And Pseudo's still a threat at this point, and
Especially if he's flurry of blows with his bow. Yeah.
okay, well, I'm half tempted to like get up there with him because even though I'm not as jumpy as Uxio, I do have a bit of kick at my steps. So I guess I'll try to get like a running start from the table and
Zerdan, you have leapt on top of the furnace and you are in a safe space. In fact, you hop exactly on the same spot that Pseudo was standing not too long ago.
all right. And is it possible for me to like double move so that I can scamper along to reach Pseudo?
Sure, yeah.
The jig is up.
Evan will be like, Hecht, let's move forward so I can get my Gladius.
Wait, what was
Hector.
Gladius over here?
It's closer to here.
Fair enough.
He's just gonna reach out. I got it.
And
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
God. Yeah, I didn't think someone else would hop out here with you, huh? How about we just lay down the bow and you have a chance?
Fortitude save.
You forgot about a stunning fist, didn't you?
I'm gonna use advantage.
I am going to DM veto that because this is way funnier and it does make another action way more useful. You get kicked in the balls.
Oh!
Like really hard and like
In the middle of trying to get him to surrender.
Pseudo about faces, dashes as hard as he can, and then there's like a small window above this door. He then like parkours his way out and kicks outside into the hallway. He does take a little bit of glass damage just on how that works.
All right. Sounds like I'm switching from frog to stag to get as much move, which still isn't much.
Okay.
As you dash, I'm going to actually yell out to you. Uxio, let him go! We need to heal up and regroup.
I'm not sure how well he would hear between the blind rage and the...
The furnace, yeah.
Well, will you allow me to roll something to, against whatever he wants to roll?
I'll let you roll intimidate, actually. Yeah.
Ugh. That's a
I'm-
terrible roll.
We'll say. Uxio, you stop at the door and you come to reason. Pseudo is gone and out the door. You reach the door and realize that your party is in shambles. Plus, Pseudo is a really strong fighter. If he caught you one-on-one, you probably won't make it.
At the same time, though, Uxio is like, he's the only one who knows where Amiko is!
That might not be true. Calm yourself.
It was her rapier on his hip.
Doesn't matter if you die, though.
I'll
Well,
kill him next time I see him.
Combat is officially over. Ranrua and Bella, you are heading to the basement. Are you still going down there?
Yes.
Before continuing any further, Bella will ask Ranrua, "What's the plan?"
At least scouting the basement, see if anything is down there. I'll lead the way.
Just the two of us? I thought we were cutting him off.
He was going the opposite way.
I don't know this place. For all I know, there's a direct path to get around. That's what I
Well-
thought you were doing.
The way he was going, he'd be quick to get out the front door.
Well, then let's just go as a group then or something.
You go regroup with the rest. I will scout the basement.
You know if there's anything down there, you're just going to get yourself killed.
I will see it before it sees me.
Bella's just going to cock an eyebrow at that and be like, really?
She's not even going to respond to that. She's just going to move past you.
Damn.
All right.
Okay, Bella, you meet up with the group and you guys come up with a plan and lick your wounds, I guess.
Bella, stay over there. We'll meet you on the other side.
As I kind of shamble down the freaking walls, cause goddamn Pseudo. As I kind of like pull out like alchemical reagents that would put out the fire, I hope, and just dust it.
Now, this is a Glassworks factory, which means it is stone and metal, which means it is largely resistant. You just gotta like wait a little bit and you can throw some like dirt on the
Right.
molten glass.
Sounds good.
Throw more molten glass on the molten glass. It'll go out.
Yeah, Bella's not going to walk into the glass, but she does want to grab something. Bella's going to grab that axe.
Not a problem. All these goblins are equipped with trash, mostly piecemeal leather armor, light wooden shields, short swords, short bows, like small short bows with really trashy arrows. However, you could do a perception check to see if you find anything particularly valuable among them.
Personal thought, I'd imagine that, like, the metal parts, the guy at the Red Dog Smithy, I think it's called, would be willing to buy just for the sake of, yeah, I can melt these down.
Like all the weapons?
Yeah, like, specifically the metal weapons.
Yeah, they all have a dog slicer and some various other things.
Okay. Actually going to investigate over where Pseudo was standing to see if he left any sort of clue as to where he could have possibly went. So
Yeah, Bella's gonna check the half-orcs and goblins on her side.
holy shit.
Everything else good too.
All right, you.
I think Sir Dan found everything.
You found everything.
29.
Yeah, everything immediately useful. You find 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. Anyone
Thank you.
want
Keep them
these?
away from Uxio. Keep them away from Uxio.
Roger that.
Bella will raise a hand. She's in bad shape.
And you won.
Bella doesn't find anything else on these guys.
That nat 20, I'll just tell you what everything is here. You find a masterwork flute where Pseudo was sleeping. You find a pouch of 50 gold pieces.
All right.
You
And-
find a pouch of silver pieces worth 10 more gold. You find masterwork thief tools.
Ooh, as he kind of looks that over, I'm gonna wait till that's properly processed before even considering anything.
I love that. He's like, no, we need to properly get through this. And then a journal.
There we go. And is it in a language people can read?
You most certainly can, yes. It is actually in his native language, but you are able to... Oh my god. I
What?
didn't think they would actually show that.
Oh my.
Oh, that is
That's straight...
thing.
Yeah, that's straight up what's... Yeah, that's what's written there. Holy shit. It was in the book. I was like, they're not going to include that. And oh my god, they did. Okay.
Yeah,
They apparently did that.
All right, you ruffle through the book, and oh man, this is a fount of information. There is information on the raid on Sandpoint, and explicitly explains that they allied with all the goblins in the area, except for the Toad Lickers for some reason. They hardly any of them showed up, those little twits. Mhm. Mostly the Thistletop goblins were really the main force. A few of them perished, but they were able to secure Tobin's casket with ease. Tobin, as Hecht knows, is the former father of the last cathedral. And they also are planning a much bigger raid, as their final plans include a massive army of about 200 to 300 goblins, including various creatures that is going to require an Arcana or Religion check to identify.
And because it's one of the skills that I got that can get inspiration for free, 21.
I will have to tell you what that is. It's not a Barghest, but it's like some kind of 4-legged, like, awful creature. I don't know it offhand, but it is allied with the main ringleader. And then, essentially, he always keeps describing my love, and he's basically talking about this lady who is the main boss out of all the goblins, and it's this woman by the name of... I know her name, give me a minute. God damn it. Sorry. Hecht overheard this character being mentioned a few times. It is the daughter of the former father of the temple, who perished in the fire those nights before. She has a very specific name, and at the moment I can't remember it. I'll probably have to recap this for next time. Burning her father's remains at Thistletop Shrine will have started her transformation. Basically, she is an ASMR who is trying to turn herself into a demon.
Holy shit.
Oh my.
Specifically a succubi.
That's why the drawing of the naked succubi is there. Is he seems to have drawn pictures of her.
Or at the very least, what he thinks she'll end up looking like, it sounds like.
Yep. Now, Renrua, you are now in the basement. As the party is discovering this, you start looking around, and I'm just going to take you to just the most interesting part.
Okay.
The part that, like, probably Renrua cares about. I'd say she's your friend.
Yeah.
As you're scuttering around, you hear a muffled as you open up this door, and you find a tied and gagged Amiko.
Okay. She's just gonna look at Mako, be like kind of disappointed, but she will activate her claw and cut the ropes.
Amiko pulls the rag down, and before she can even speak, you hear footsteps thundering behind you.
Oh no.
As you turn around and you see Pseudo appear in the hallway.
Oh, god damn it.
think we'll call that a session.